We are happy to welcome Allison Thompson and Whitney Mosley from the History Museum on the Square. Good morning, ladies. How we doing?
Very good.
Yep. Good. Okay. Let's just, remind our viewers. What exactly happens at the History Museum on the Square?
Yeah, so the History Museum on the Square is a wonderful institution in Springfield that is located right on the historic square, and we tell the history of Springfield and Greene County. So we have 7 very interactive exhibits. One of those switches out throughout the year, so we always have something new to come see, and lots of different programs and events always happening.
And you have a locomotive in your lobby.
Yes, yep.
That's the part I always tell
You
them.
look
You're
up
going to walk up,
yeah.
there's an old steam locomotive, and it's unique, and you can find out about it by going to the
gotta come
big
see it.
anniversary coming up.
Yes, so we're celebrating 50 years as an organization.
Wow.
We've been under many a different name in many a different location, but we've been around for 50 years. So we're excited to celebrate that this year through a series of different events and a special exhibit coming up in October that's celebrating the different people that have made and changed and shaped the History Museum over the years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about the second annual service fair coming up?
Yeah, so that is this Saturday from 10 to noon in Park Central Square. I'm really excited about it. It's my first big event that we're doing. And that's just an opportunity for more than 24 local organizations to come together and show the Springfield community all the volunteer opportunities that we have. So, yeah.
So this is this linked then? One of the things that's happening with the 50th anniversary. What are some of the other things that are going on?
Yeah, so the 50th anniversary, we're just excited to celebrate the legacy of the History Museum and of our community. So the service fair is going to help us do that by helping us think forward of how can you connect to your community and shape what it's going to look like in the future. But we also want to reflect. So that 50th, it's called 50 for 50 exhibit, will open up October 9th and be open to the public throughout the fall to come see. And then we have a big fundraiser campaign with that to help support the museum and what we're doing in our mission going forward.
How important is it to both of you, because you obviously work at the History Museum on the Square, so you have an interest in this. This organization, why is it so important for, our little small slice of, heaven on this earth?
Yeah, because we can both share, but mine is that I, as the education manager, want to share with students where we've been and think about where we're going. And I think knowing the history of your community helps give you a sense of place and pride in where you're from, and also understand the different challenges we face as a community and how we can face new ones together. So that's what I find important about what we do at the museum.
Yeah. And I agree a lot with that. You took the words right out of my mouth. But I also think knowing your place in your community at a local level helps you find your place at a larger scale, how you can benefit the state, the country, your entire world. But also, civics is also about how you can help your neighbor. And that's kind of where I come into play, because I took over as the civics education coordinator. So I'm really focused about helping people engage with that idea. How can you think civics small scale? How can you be a good community member just in a classroom even?
I love
I
that.
would imagine also civics has to start out on a small scale
Of course,
for the big scale to work.
Yeah.
It's very ground up.
Yeah. And you guys had a very impressive list of different organizations that will also be in attendance at the service fair. Off the top of your head, who can people expect to see there?
Off the top of my head, so we're going to have places like Wonders of Wildlife. We're going to have Leadership Springfield come in, the ALS Association, as well as the Community Blood Center. Those are just a couple. There's a very, very long list that I should know much more of since I've looked so heavily at their logos.
Okay, so Dogwood Ranch,
Yes.
Rosie Springfield, CASA of Southwest Missouri, Family Connection Center. So like you said, showing our community how many places or opportunities there are to volunteer.
Yeah, and
give
if there's
back.
a cause you're passionate about, you can find an organization in Springfield that is working towards that mission and plug in with them at the service fair this Saturday.
Yeah.
It sounds like a perfect, meeting of the minds that you get to show, what type of civil or civic activities are out there in a place that will give you the history of the place you're trying to serve as well. And there is so much that's interactive. If you've never been to the museum, you get your hands on and into things all over the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not just a look and see museum. We're like an interactive experience. So,
Yeah.
yeah, lots of stuff.
And
to
you
do.
mentioned the 50 for 50 exhibit that's
Yeah.
it's opening October 9th.
Yes.
So, like, are you able to share details about it or what people can expect, or is it just
yeah.
it's coming out October 9th?
It is very much like a highlight of the movers and shakers that have shaped the museum. So we're really highlighting 50 people that are important to our history as an organization. And it's a great way for us to recognize those people and remember them, or a lot of them are still living. So we're going to have a big ceremony where they can come out and be recognized.
That's really cool.
That's all. How can people keep track of everything that goes on at the History Museum? Because we've only touched on a couple of things, and yet it's like, that's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
How do they keep track of that?
So you can find all this on our website, historymuseumonthesquare.org. You can always come in our front doors. We're located on Park Central Square. You can also call us at 417-831-1976.
All right, people can become a member too.
Yes, yeah, and then come back anytime you want.
Awesome. Ladies, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
All right, Shannon Kay with the Springfield Regional Arts Council will be here next to talk about First Friday Art Walk. Don't go away.